Hey love, welcome back to another video. Today will be a tutorial on these large boho knotless braids using human hair extensions. So if you would like to see how I got this look, keep on watching. This is the brand of hair that I'll be using for the braid itself. I did use about 2 of the 3 packs. And these are the hair supplies that I'll be using to part my hair and to section it off. For my human hair, I will be using extensions from Ywigs Hair. All information will be listed in the description box below. This is how they send over their extensions without the weft. I did get 2 28-inch of the Water Wave bulk braiding hair extensions. This is the amount of hair that I decided to go with for the hair that I'm going to feed into my braid. Since I am going with larger parts, I want to make sure that I have the accurate amount of hair for the size of my braid. So this is how I'm going to start the parting for my braid. So I'm just starting at the section at the top of my ear, going all the way across, which later on this section we made into 2 rows. After that, what I'll be using is the Shine and Jam just to clean up all my parts. So what you want to do is just go back over the part that you just made with the Shine and Jam, take your rat tail comb and just go over it again, making the line as straight as you possibly can. So for the very bottom row, I made that section into only 2 braids, and then the row on top of that will be made into 3 braids. So once I have my section for the braid, I'm just going to take the Shine and Jam, put it around the perimeter, and then guide the hair into one certain spot so that I can begin the braid. Now, when I start my braid, I like to make sure I have 3 clear separated parts that I'm going to begin the braid with. Also, whether you're a beginner or not, I think this technique helps out tremendously when you're starting to feed the hair into the braid, just to keep everything in place. So what I do is I take a little bit of Shine and Jam, find that midpoint on the braiding hair, and I just twist it around so that it's easier to hold. Now going into how many pieces of hair I use for each braid, I used about 4 pieces of the braiding hair to feed into the braid, and then about 2 to 3 pieces of the curly hair extension per braid, depending on how curly or fluffy I wanted the look to be. So this is about as much hair as I took for the curly hair extension. Now there is multiple ways to add in the curl to your braid. So the first way I'll be showing is with this crochet hook. So I just stick it through the braid, loop it through, and leave out about maybe 2 to 4 inches of hair that you're going to continue to hook through and tuck inside of your braid. So this is how the first braid turned out. Now for the other method, I just take the curly piece of hair, put about 3 or so inches that I'm going to braid into the braid, and then I leave the other part out somewhere so that it doesn't get tangled into the braid. So you're just going to continue to braid down as normal, and then whenever you want to add your next piece, you just do the same thing. So you can see it is still very secure. So either way works out. Me particularly, this is the way that I like to do. So here's just a closer view. The good thing about this is you actually don't have to focus too much about where you're placing the hair, because the rest of it's just going to be braided in, and the curly pieces are going to sit outside the braid just fine. Here you can see that I use my bottom row of braids kind of as a guide to my parting for the row above. And then after that, I just went ahead and parted the upper row, parted that down the middle, which I'm just gonna part that section into 2, and then those 2 sections into 2 as well. So same thing with the next row. I just parted that down the middle, parted those sections into 2, and then those sections into 2 as well. What I did with the top was just parted it down the middle, and I'm just gonna make 3 braids on each side. So it will be a total of 6 braids at the top. So here is the finished look. After I'm done and I did my braids, I just go in with some mousse on my hands to define the curls. And as I stated earlier, all information about this hair and the company will be listed in the description. This was actually my first time using human hair extensions for my knotless braids, and Ywigs definitely came through with the quality in this hair. I love the way that the hair just complements the whole boho look. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one.